Everyone, how are you? I hope all of you must be fine. I'm back after a long weekend and happy to be there with you again. And today I'm going to have a discussion on an important topic, which oftenly there are so many people who have certain doubts. Specifically, when I'm talking to some of the MBA students, uh, so they have certain questions regarding the shares and debentures and preferential shares. They just get confused about the some of the terminology. So I thought it appropriate to have a discussion on deliberation on this particular topic. So we are going to have a lot of explorations on the shares and debentures, what they are, how they are generated, and their implications on the businessman per se. So hi, I'm Professor B.K. Pathak. I'm back with you again on a very interesting topic. So before I actually begin, I urge and request all of you to do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep on receiving the informative videos, specifically for the students and for all those who need to brush up their knowledge about some of the financial and managerial aspects. So now I'll share my slides. I hope everybody can see. This is the topic of the day. Okay. So we are basically going to talk about the shares and debentures. So while some of you must be knowing shares, there may be confusion about what exactly the debentures are. तो मैं पहले आपको ये बता दूं कि देखिए जब भी कभी आपकी बिजनेस फाइनेंसिंग होती है, there are two ways to finance it. One is through the equity shares and the other one is through debentures. So now it is important for you to know कि इन दोनों में difference क्या है. So debentures they probably might have come from the word debt. So you are taking some loan from the external people और उसको आप फंडिंग करते हैं बिजनेस में in order to improve your operations. So if you have decided to take loan from the people, the instrument in the process is known as debenture. On the other hand, if you have decided to issue the equity share capital, तो वो फिर हम शेयर के रूप में कहेंगे. So let us first know what they are actually. Okay. So when a firm chooses equity to boost a fund, share of the companies are issued to the public. और debt के बारे में I already have told you. A company receiving loan from the public and agrees to pay interest regularly, and it is a fixed rate of interest. Okay, and you know why? Because if a common person, if while investing in a company, he may be skeptical as to whether if the company is going to make a loss, what will happen to his investment. So there are people who play the safe game. तो उनका ये कहना है कि irrespective of what is happening in the company, my money should be safe, and so therefore they give their money in the form of debenture on a fixed rate of interest, irrespective of company making profit or loss. Okay. On the other hand, there are people they want to take the advantage of the company's profit. So they have anticipated that company is going to grow in the future and it is going to flourish in the future, and so therefore they want to take more benefit in terms of the higher rate of returns. So when a company is issuing the equity, and how it goes, I'll just explain you through an example. Suppose your business is worth rupees 1 lakh. I mean, you need an investment of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, and you have decided now. Every businessman can have their own way of deciding the proportion of the debt and equity. Okay, so in your case, suppose you have decided that 30% will be the debt and remaining will be equity. Okay, so equity basically means the owner's capital. So now 30% means for 1 lakh rupees, it is 30,000 rupees. So 30,000 you have taken loan from external people on a fixed rate of interest and put into the business. Now coming to the 70,000 rupees that is yet to be invested. So this is the owner's capital. Either owner can invest, and if owner is not having, it may take from the market by issuing the share. So what you have done? Suppose you have 50,000 rupees, or even if you are having more, you just want to invest only 50,000 rupees in the business. So remaining 20,000, it has to be taken from the public by issuing a share of the company. So these 20,000 rupees worth of shares will be issued in the form of 10 rupees per share, So 2000 shares have been issued in the market. So all those who buy these shares by paying some premium also if required, they become the shareholders of the company and they become owner of the company for that much of percentage of equivalent to their investment. So ये फर्क है debt और equity. I hope now you have a clear amount of idea about what is the debt and what is equity. Let us explore it further. Debentures की अगर हम बात करें तो there are three classifications. एक जो है वो secured और unsecured debentures है, एक convertible और non-convertible debentures और तीसरा जो है registered and bearer debentures. So three classifications, total 6 types. As you can see, secured debentures are one which are issued as a bond with collateral. So I mean, if the company is not having enough money to pay back, then they already have issued the collateral and they'll be making some sort of arrangement in order to repay to the person who has extended loan to the company. Unsecured debentures, on the other hand, they do not have such kind of collateral, and the debenture holders still they can run some risk. Convertible debentures are those debentures which are converted after the maturity period into the shares. ठीक है, पहले तो आपने लोन दिया, मतलब as the investor has given loan to the company, and after maturity period, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, as per the agreement, it was agreed upon that after 5 years, the resulting amount will be converted into the shares. So the debenture holder now becomes the shareholder of the company, and so therefore owner of the part of the company. Non-convertible debentures, on the other hand, they are not convertible, and on the maturity they are paid back with the resulting amount. The registered debentures are one which are non-negotiable, non-transferable. They are entered into the record of the company with the individual's name, signature, and address, and all other details. So non-transferable. On the other hand, bearer debentures do not carry any kind of such records, and anyone who is possessing a particular debenture, he may be the owner of the debenture. Okay, so these are the types of debentures. Now let us again look back to the shares. I already have explained you that a tiny part of a firm's capital is identified as shares and usually sold in the market to raise the fund for a business. Okay, so these shares are transferable and movable. Okay, so anybody who is a shareholder, he can sell the share to somebody else. So they are transferable. And these are now subdivided into two parts. One is the equity share, which is often called the ordinary share, normal share, whatever meaning you know. Another one is preferential share. So some of you may not be having the idea about what the preferential shares are. So basically, equity share and ordinary share हम जिसको कहते हैं, उसमें the investors they become owner of the company. They are becoming the decision makers of the company. They will be having voting right in the decision making process. While the preferential shareholders, they will not be having, either voting rights or the ownership per se. So these are basically a little, little nearer to the debenture rather than nearer to being the share. क्योंकि इसमें preferential share में भी the investor is given a fixed rate of return irrespective of what is happening to the company. Okay, and he is not part of the management process. He is not having any voting right and all. So he is also treated as external. So the most external person is the debenture holder, and the next one is preferential share. So therefore, when the company gets liquidated or it becomes, bankrupt, and the properties have to be sold off in order to repay to the creditors, सबसे पहले किसको देंगे? Debenture holder, he is the most external person. So सबसे पहले the money will be given back to the debenture holder. Okay, so remaining people are left the ordinary shareholders and preferential shareholders. So in दोनों में the preference will be given to the preferential shareholders, and so therefore the name preference. Okay, and so preference will be given to the preferential shareholders, and after meeting out their requirements, whatever is remaining, they will be divided among the normal shareholders. Okay, so we'll just be seeing in a nutshell what is the difference between these two, although I have explained to you. Just being able to recognize at one place, you can see the dividend rate and what is dividend for that matter. Next slide, we are coming again. Dividend is the part of the profit which is being divided among the shareholders. So you can see it has got a fixed rate. Equity share fluctuates according to the profit and loss of the company. Voting rights, preferential share do not have. They have the voting rights. Participation in management, preferential shareholders, they do not participate in the management, while equity shares, they participate. And preference is given to the preferential shareholders before the normal shareholders. Okay, so this is the difference in that sense. And now finally coming to the dividend, little bit of explanation about what the dividend are. You see, it is a share of the profit that is distributed to shareholders in the company and return that shareholders receive for their investment in the company. Now, it can have in two types. One is the cash dividend, in which the cash is given to the shareholder. The other one is, suppose the shareholder is not interested, to take the cash, and or even in some cases it is the policy of the company to issue the bonus share. So what happens? So whatever has been the amount arrived at for paying the dividend, so an equivalent number of shares will be issued to the shareholder. So thereby the share number goes up for that shareholder, and ultimately in the process he will be going to make more profits in times to come. Okay, so that's about the dividend. So I hope now you know or you have the clarity about what the shares are, what the debentures are, and what is the preferential share, difference among all of these three, and also about the dividend. Okay. So all this knowledge in the background. Next video we'll be talking about the portfolio analysis, which is again a very important topic, because nowadays in the post dynamic business complexities, you need to be careful, and you shouldn't be putting all your eggs in one basket, because suppose the basket is broken, all the eggs will go off. So that's basic philosophy. While making investment, you should be judicious enough to ensure that you are dividing all your investment into multiple businesses, so that in case one business is making some loss, you can make good by retrieving from some other profit making business. Okay, so on that note, I conclude for the day. This is my contact details. If you want, you can connect with me. All my videos, they are very informative, and for all those students who are going to prepare for MBA, this is a very simple and informative video. You can easily understand topics and grab, and I think this is going to be very helpful for you while preparing for the examination. So that's it for the day. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and keep on receiving more interesting videos like this. Okay, so on that note, have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching my video. Be connected as usual. Thanks.